All right, welcome back, guys. We're going to be going into our final set of the day where second-seeded Cognitive Gaming is going to face off against 5 Angry Men.
And they are 5th seeded as well, but looking to try and move themselves up in the bracket if possible, especially with the likes of Cognitive Red now out. These points are vital for them, DM, to close the gap onto Snipe and onto Cognitive Red. So hopefully we'll see 5 Angry Men pull out something a bit similar to what they did last game, but maybe have a bit of a better early game.
So, things for 5 Angry Men to do here. One, like they shut down Lassus, they got to shut down Andy. Letting Andy get big is just going to be a nightmare for them. They will not be able to control the late game. And given the fact that Andy's God pool is gigantic, he can play literally every jungler in the game, plus extras who shouldn't be jungling at top level, they're going to have a hard time in the pick ban phase. So they need to let him get his gods, focus on maybe shutting down MLC's picks, take away the big picks, force him into something like Ao Kuang, make him, bait him into it, and then just focus on Andy. That's what I'm looking for. Same thing for Cog. Same thing. They have to try to shut down DJ Pernicus.
Yeah, I mean, DJ Pernicus, to be honest, during that game, during the early stages, he didn't really get online, did he, DM? But during the end game, the later stages, he played that assassin role so crisply by hanging around and waiting for the right opportunities. So we're into picks and bans now. And on the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to see Team Cognitive. On the right, you're going to see 5 Angry Men. What do you expect from picks and bans? Anything unusual?
I don't know. I think we're going to see Janus pick your ban pretty early. Same thing for Kumbhakarna. I don't know what they're going to look for Scylla. We know they picked Scylla against, in previous weeks. They're always looking for MLC's Scylla is definitely one of the scariest things. And regardless of the fact that she's been nerfed, he can still put out a lot of damage. Same thing for Jeff. He is the support master. This is the guy we look to when you talk about support. So I don't see Kumbhakarna making it onto Cog. They have to ban that.
Well, Giannis, as you said, was the very first ban, followed by Aphrodite. Cognitive in response, now going to ban out Zhang Kui. And finally, we go back to 5 Angry Men for their last one. Will it be the Scylla, like he suggested?
That was a curious ban to me, seeing the Zhang Kui get taken out. But Aphrodite does get taken out as well. Still no one trying to explore those counter matchups.
Going to be a low-key ban finally from 5 Angry Men, so that leaves a lot on the table for Cognitive. They're going to have Scylla, they're going to have Osiris available, Kumbhakarna is also online, so
and
5 Angry Men is going to get 2 of those.
That's right. Well, so is Cog. I mean, if you consider Janus to be a top pick as well, considering his performance in the tournament, and I have to say that 5 AM is looking for the Janus pick. They have to be.
Giannis is banned, he was with Zhang Kui. Yeah, it's just not showing up on the thingy, that's why. It was first ban Giannis, second ban Zhang Kui, so Giannis definitely taken away, and now we see Cognitive have elected to choose Osiris, which leaves Kumbhakarna and Scylla on the table, and 5 Angry Men already hovering that Kumba.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably going to be a lock. Pain de Viande was incredibly behind pretty much everyone else in the game, and it didn't really mean anything considering Mez doesn't get affected by that.
Nope, Mez is still Mez. Once he got that Medjai's online, I was really interested by the agility pickup from him as well. It was interesting to see that usage, and it actually seemed to pay off. And there's the Scylla through as well, so that's going to be locked in for the mid lane. I can't see you living that one up for MLC stealth, can you? You can't really.
So left side, Artemis, predictable pick as well. I assume this is going to be a Geb or a Chalk. We know the Cognitive loves to get aggressive as well. Jeff Hinla just loves to always put himself on the front line and do damage. And, Chalk does that pretty well, not to mention a giant silence never hurt.
Yeah, I mean, Chalk is a viable option for him, but he's Geb Hindler, well known and loved by all. However, Agni being hovered over here for MLC at the moment. Or is it? Nope. They've switched it up. It's going to be Artemis and Geb Hindler.
Artemis.
Yeah, Artemis and Geb looks like they're going to be locked in. Option back over to 5 Angry Men. Remember, guys, they have the pick ban pick opportunity here, so they have a lot of control in the picking stage. It looks like they're going to hover onto Freya, which is pretty smart. Take that, put herself into the sky to be able to do damage to Osiris. Not to mention Osiris has physical mitigation with his passive, not magical.
That's correct, and that's one of the biggest matchups for Osiris that he struggles with is against Freya, just because she can use the banish to take him away when he does get into too close to them, and then force him poking him down with the auto attacks coming out from her. However, one thing I want to note on that as well, DM, is the fact that 5 Angry Men have actually run Freya as the hunter role before in the past.
True.
So maybe they look for that opportunity here. We don't know yet. We'll see what's going to go on. But
the bad influence from Pain de Viande.
Cognitive have banned out Nemesis and Response. Agni banned out. So Ao Kuang and Poseidon.
Oh, look at that. Ao Kuang. Yeah, we talked about this. MLC just loves this character. I don't know if I would have picked him into Poseidon, though. You don't have a great escape from the Kraken, not to mention Trident can be used to walk out of the ult. So I don't know what MLC is looking to do in terms of counter matchup here. It's pretty surprising to me.
Finally, it's going to be the last pick for Cognitive Gaming. Still got the last pick to pick, and it's going to be for the solo lane by the looks of it, and they're hovering over Chunga right now. Do you expect this? Do you reckon they'll do it?
I love Chunga. I think she's the
It's
best
blind.
solo.
It is blind.
However, their solo hasn't been picked yet. Or yes, it has. They have Scylla and Poseidon. Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
no, that would have been a great pick. I like the Vamana better, though, just because Vamana just laughs at Kraken.
Yeah, he really does.
Then again, so does Chunga.
I guess, yeah, Chunga can also do that as well. So they've gone with the Vamana anyway. Now, depending on this last pick, if it's not a Hunter, we may see Freya go into the duo lane, as I possibly expected, because we've seen 5 Angry Men do it before. But that's a lot of magical, so they need a physical of some sort, and I'm guessing it needs to be something front line, because at the moment, all they've got is Kumba to be that front line force right now, DM.
I don't see why Madman wouldn't reprise Apollo. After the way he played last game, it was beautiful. He shut down Zatman. I think this should be the Apollo pick. But it looks like you're right. It is going to be the Freya Hunter as we see a hover and lock onto Thor.
I mean, and Freya as well, we discussed this about the fact that he has a good matchup against Osiris as well. So when Osiris comes in for those ganks, quick banish, you can get yourself out of trouble, as well as the Valkyrie to get yourself out of harm's way.
Right.
These team compositions are very different, but at the same time, got a lot of damage on both sides.
Right, well, Kumbhakarna has great setups for Valkyrie Discretion, Kraken, I'm a Monster, Anvil of Dawn sets up as well. Left side, Geb has perfect setup with Cataclysm for Spirits, Tempest, Artemis has great control, and Osiris, I mean, it's almost impossible to peel him. So I think both teams have a lot of potential. I think it's going to come down to who gets the better initiation overall in the team fights.
Totally agree. So it's going to come down to positioning and presence on the map. So keep an eye on where the wards get placed for this one, guys. Cognitive versus 5 Angry Men in this week 8. Game 1 coming up to yourselves very shortly. We'll be right back after this little break.
All right, guys, we're back with Game 1 of Finals. Remember, this is a set best 2 of 3 where we're going to see Cognitive Gaming facing off against the 5 Angry Men.
Those 5 Angry Men coming out after facing off against Dignitas in the last round. This time, though, they're going to be using Freya in the duo lane DM, and already you can see that Madman Mark is starting to rush that haste and Fatalis in his starting build as we see the teams line up.
So now, early game, we're going to see kind of a grouping here. They're looking for ward coverage. Jeff Hinla got his ward into the hotspot already. Same thing coming out from Pain of Yanni. Actually gets one down at the blue buff as well. Don't know if he's going to look for steals. I think he's just looking for potential of opportunity, maybe just keep himself safe. But DJ Pernicus, however, might be looking for steals.
Looking for the option to try and go a bit further forward. While we wait on this DM, I think this game might come down to Omegatron on this for Mana, because if he actually builds the Anseal, Ankile, whichever way we want to call it, Ankyle, whatever you want to call it, if he builds that against this opposition of pure magical damage team, it could cause a big issue for 5 Angry Men. At the same time, though, if he does get online, someone's going to pick up a weakening curse to deal with him. And who's that going to be? Because Kumbhakarna is not a big fan of that weakening curse, especially when he's going to look for the likes of a Blink, although we did see him on agility last time.
Right, Heavenly Agility more than likely going to be favored once again. Pain of Yon finds something, he sticks to it. I mean, that's just the type of player that he is.
Ah, okay. So what do you do? Who's going to pick up the weakening curse if Omegatron gets going? That's the issue that I'm looking at on paper.
Maybe Andy, but I mean, you really need beads or sprint.
Yeah.
It's just like Kali, you need beads or sprint.
So keep an eye on this game as we start off. We can see the camps are evenly divided between the two teams. Osiris going to be taking away his own red buff, rotating around with Omega to that blue side. And on the left-hand side, you're going to see Cognitive Game just reaching the lane a little bit earlier. No difference between the two.
Omega going to help clear this up with Hand of the Gods. Both teams, looks on the right side, are going to get to lane super quickly. On the left side, though, Pain of Yon and Jeff Hinla both taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, they will between the two. Just brute forcing backwards and forwards between the two. Although they've both got plenty of health potions to sustain themselves up for the most part. Quick early rotation once again from DJ Pernicus coming out after pushing out the lane. He's going to look for MLC stealth in mid lane on that Ale Kwang. Will he find it, though? That's the question.
He's trying to. This is the same thing we saw from last. As Stealth recognizes the situation, and even tries to throw an auto attack or two at him. Like it.
Right hand side, now we can see Poseidon being pushed back to tower now that you see the rotation out from DJ Pernicus. But Poseidon, safe enough to farm under his tower. He's got good wave clear.
I mean, he should at this point. I mean, by the time the Whirlpool comes online and the Trident comes online, he's going to have enough potential to maybe start pushing Omegatron back. But remember, Armored Umbrella swings very, very hard. But another rotation into the mid will be shunned just by the great positioning and presence of mind of a mid laner. And Mace in the face this time was the target. That doesn't get caught.
Well, doesn't, and Pernicus going to rotate around. Did steal away some of the jungle experience as well from Andy, and Andy was quite well aware of that on Osiris, so actually just went to the other side camp and just left that one, expecting that one to actually be down.
So now left side, we're seeing a lot of pressure. I mean, this is the second time now we've seen them pushed underneath their tower. The Freya just can't keep the same damage that Artemis can, especially with those crits. I mean, she's able to push so much harder, and the volley is just, there's just so much potential there.
Yeah, especially during the early stages as well, DM, because she's just not got the wave clear to clear out a full wave with those auto attacks during the early stages, and then she's going to go into melee to finish them off, which will cause a lot of issues for her and get her caught out of position, eat a few rains of arrows.
I'm pretty surprised we haven't seen the Kumbhakarna Cupid combo come out yet.
Me too. I mean, Kumbhakarna brings in a lot of play for the likes of Cupid and the likes of Jubalonke as well, because it'll help out his early laning phase. However, Cupid, it allows him to confirm all Cupid's damage.
Check out Andy right now. He's rotating. I don't know what he's looking for here. It looks like Madman Mark is backing off super hard. I think they recognize that he's there, and looks like Andy's going to back.
I think they might have just seen him just through the alcove as he walked through to that side of the thing. That's the only way they could have seen it. There was no ward down for them. So Andy wastes his time a little bit, recalls back to base. Back to the right-hand side lane. And you expect to see a Megatron forced back to his tower during the early stages of this lane matchup. But as it goes on, he should be fine.
So right lane, we haven't talked too much about this. We do have that Colossal Fury online, of course, the big baby on top of the Kraken. Rust currently level 6 right now, whereas Omega's still sitting level 5. Wave to wave, though, has not been completed. First kill's going to go over to Jeff, or rather on to Jeff, as Madman is able to find the kill there, and without using Valkyrie's discretion. That's going to be a really bad time for this, as the mid-camps are... Yeah, I mean, the mid-camps are trying to get picked up here. Rush is going to be forced into a pretty bad spot.
He really is. He's going to defensively crack him, but there's the Tempest over the top. But on the backside of that, Pernicus looking to pick up MLC stealth. No ultimate available. I'm a monster connects now. Andy's going to run. They're going to push out the mid wave, and that was because of the rotation from Rush looking to try and help contest those mid camps.
You know, we got the right one pretty simply, but left side goes very simply to 5 a.m. But still, 5 a.m. has a 2-1 lead right now, which actually might get changed. DJ Pernicus in some trouble here. Beautiful jump out, but Lord of the Afterlife gonna find him. Looking for body blocks, not gonna get it there. He actually can't body block currently. That's a shame.
Nope, not going to be able to for the time being. He's going to walk through him as if he wasn't even there, like some sort of ghost. So 2-2 right now. Cognitive Gaming getting a few kills back for themselves there. Golden Experience still relatively even. Gold pretty much even. Experience slightly in favor of Cognitive right now.
They have just been, I guess, better in farming overall. It's currently 2-2, but their last hits have been better. Their rotations have been a little bit stronger. And you can see that reflected in the graphs. Despite the fact that wave to wave, it's not too different. It looks like we're about 900 separating. The goal is dead even.
So we can see Mace of the Face has gone for the Doom Orb in middle lane on to Scylla. So he's got to position himself very, very carefully in this. And it's going to be one of the big focuses, DM, as well, from Cognitive to take out these team fights, because you don't want that Armor Monster raining down on you. But if he can stay alive, he's going to be able to rain death and destruction down.
Look, what do you think we're going to see in the next, let's say, 2 minutes? I don't see us going for fire, or rather Gold Fury too early. Neither team has committed to the hand. Jeff Hinla has the boots. Looks like Pain de Vion has guard boots as well. So they're both looking to finish Midas. But aside from that, I think we're just looking at Thor here for the rotations.
Yeah, I totally agree. Keep an eye on DJ Pernicus on your minimap at all times while we're talking, because he's going to be looking, constantly hunting for kills. And you can see he's looking for it right now, DM. He's got his ultimate available. And he's like, where can I use it? Where can I use it? No one's in lane. Why can't I use it? Vermana's under his tower. MLC Stealth's not there. He is now. And look at this. He's going to go for the dunk, DM.
Oh, this is not a good spot. I'm a Monster's going to hit. The ult will hit as well. Spear
Monster.
Step is going to do some damage to Mace, but that was
now Andy's coming.
For one. Oh, Jeff Hinla looking for something. You see Osiris getting mezzed out as well. I think that's going to be a push, but look at Rushed.
Yeah, Rush rotating around again on Poseidon. That's one of his strengths, but he could get cut out of position here, though. Oh, the sickle misses, and a great wall disengages. Kraken on the backside to force them back. And that's going to be a disengage for now as the Lord of the Afterlife used defensively, but now a Megatron turns up to this fight as well, as does Madman Mark.
There's 9 people in the mid lane at 6 minutes.
6 minutes. Well, that's the rotations of top tier teams, ODM. You know, they all realize that they have to get in there to help out the team and support, and then you get these crazy fights at 6 minutes.
So Barracuda going to get himself a small camp on the bottom side. Nothing gained in terms of kills. In fact, a lot of farm wound up being lost there. Level 8, you're going to see Barra. Level 7, Madman Mark, and that is wave to
mid
wave.
lane stealth is caught out, but the shield from Jeff Hindler saves the day, and now Andis is going to look to pick up Pain Divion, but immediately Pernicus rotates in. He's out of mana though, and Mace to the face has to Sentinel in to protect, force them back. Why does no one die? I do not understand.
Well, there was a small victory there, given the fact that Rush was forced to rotate over. There is a wave sent into the tower, but that Gladiator Brute minion actually stopped him from missing a lot of experience. He's only going to miss 2 creeps in experience overall, and it looks like only 3 in gold, which is an incredible rotation, so you got to give shout-outs to Trident on that one.
In Geb Hindler we trust, because that shield onto MLC Stealth saved the day. And look at this! They're going for a Gold Fury. DJ Pernicus has no health to contest. Madman Mark round the back. He's going to whoop onto 2. I'm a monster bin pop. Mace to the face connects on Barracuda. And the Gold Fury finishes that one off. And now we can see the continuations. Gold Fury resets, but Andy's too slow. And Madman Mark wants to continue fighting.
And he actually gets caught by the pulse in the back. That is going to be a 3-man swing. Spirit's Tempest is on cooldown, and take a look at my man Pain Divion's right now, tanking it up. Now remember guys, there is only a level 1 Hand of the Gods. Madman Mark's going to take some serious damage here. He's not only taking the Gold Fury, but he took a Spirit's Tempest as well. Mace to the face is going to have to start.
Mace.
They
reset
it.
Mace to the face did not get aggro in time. However, we can see Pain Divion did zone out MLC Stealth. Thor's going up to the sky. Is he going to be able to find the dunk? He is just about as the wall comes out, but the good shield once again coming out from Jeff Hindler, and Pain Divion pays the price.
They got a little bit too greedy there, trying to chase down MLC Stealth, who does manage to get out, and bad positioning is going to shut down that Gold Fury. Despite the fact that they should be ahead, the gold is still even, and the experience is still in favor of COG.
Hey DM, meanwhile, what's a Megatron doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he
like,
evened it right back out. No problem. Sure, we gave up 2 kills. Okay, no problem. Base took care of the Gold Fury. I'll push this tower down, and this is a top-level team, guys. You do something on one side of the map that forces your whole team over there. The one person who's not in position, or Megatron in this case, is going to take something on the other side of the map. When you go into your own games, use that as a point of reference. If you're not in time for Gold Fury, push that tower.
Get some aggression elsewhere on the map wherever possible. Now, this is the thing that I've discussed, DM, is on Megatron on Vermona, highest level in the game right now. He's got his Ancile online as well, so keep an eye on that. He's building the stacks up now, and if they don't deal with him during this middle game that's going to come up sooner rather than later, DM, I think he could be the backbone for Cognitive Gaming just to continue to push and try and win this game.
Well, we've seen that from Omega before. Back at PAX Prime, we saw his baby have like one of the strongest games throughout the day, 22-2. But look at Stealth. They actually do manage to take away that buff. Lord of the Afterlife, Mace just barely getting
Sentinel.
out of that shield. Omega took no damage from the middle of the Kraken. That was beautiful.
Not sure why.
That was he just threw a shield on him, and Omega pretended it never even happened.
Ridiculous.
Pernicus. Is Omega gonna go for it? Oh, I thought he was gonna dive for it. What a maniac.
So mid-camps go over on the right-hand side to Cognitive Gaming, left-hand side, still about to respawn. You can already see that neither team... Oh, Gold Fury started again from 5 Angry Men. They've got to be careful. Forced to reset one more time, as you can see immediately. Barracuda swimming around, looking for the opportunity to get it back on.
Madman Mark's going to get, or rather, Barracuda's going to get some free experience as Madman backs to the base. He's going to try to get this into the tower as fast as possible. There's no Gladiator minion this time, which means these things are going to start getting burnt down. No one on the rotation as well. That should be a free wave of experience just thrown to the ether.
I mean, one thing to note as well, Madman Mark is 3-0-2 right now on a duo lane Freya. It's working out so far for them, DM, for 5 Angry Men right now.
And honestly, if there's going to be one character in any point in the game, if there's one character that can fight Vamana, it's Freya.
Yeah, and she's going to have to deal with 2 targets though. She's got to deal with Vamana, and she's going to have to deal with Osiris. So keep an eye on Madman Mark, because he has his work cut out for him in this game, and the rest of his team just need to rally around and protect him with their CC.
So Madman's going to see that Jeff Himla's rotating back over. Jeff, level 9 right now. Payne already falling behind at level 8. Gold-wise, he's about 300 gold behind as well as Barra. And Jeff maybe look for an opportunity to push. Are they going to go on to Madman? No, it looks like they're going to let him continue farming.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to focus onto him, though, because I mean, with the Valkyrie and the Banish available, they've got to work it out right. Adnister's going to find him, though, and now Madman has to use the Spring. Great use of the Banish, and the Cataclysm misses as well, DM. That's big, because the team fight for the Gold Fury could happen any moment.
I like this from Pernicus, though. Instead of joining that fight, he's going to look at Stealth. Stealth already used the Tornado. Squall just missed. Doesn't get the double proc on Mjolnirs, but he's going up, and they're looking for a big fight here.
He's going to go up, but that Tornado is still going to continue to tick on him while he's up there, so he's going to drop down with a little bit low health. He's got to watch out. Going to rotate to the Golf Fury, but him dropping down gives it away, gives the game away, and now a Megatron's rotating in 2 DM. We're going to have a fight.
Andy throws out the Spear Flail, misses on all points. Omegatron stuck inside, but he's not worried about the Kraken at all as Andy and Omega just keep pushing forward. Jeff Himla is completely out of mana at this point. When he lands, or rather goes smaller, he's not going to be able to go for that.
Oh, Barracuda gets taken up by Madman Mark as well on the backside as that whole fight was breaking out, so it was a 1-for-1 DM.
Now, I'm very surprised to see that. Barracuda put himself in a bad spot. Oh, speaking of bad spots. Stealth does manage to find some damage with the ultimate, but too little, too late. And you take a look here at Jeff Himla. Hand 3 is online. I'm not sure if he used his blink yet, but he has no mana for CC. He might have one move. But Osiris is rotating back over. Mace is here as well, just trying to keep him out. I don't know for how much longer. They do manage to get it, and they're going to turn their sights directly to Geb.
Well, they can't really because they're all so low, and with Andister in the area, they're just going to back away. It's a good decision from them. Mace in the face, going to use the Sentinel, and everyone's going to back away. However, Payne Devion, he's going to be a casualty of war.
Fine trade. Gold Fury for the support any day of the week. Look at the experience difference. Cog was starting to take things back a little bit, right? And now, boom, straight back down. Gold difference in the favor of 5am. Still 3,200 gold in favor of Cog, and they need to utilize that. Get those levels to work for them. And I think that's one thing that people really don't note is that gold difference is huge, but it's not nearly as important, especially in the mid game, as experience. One level for a lot of characters is somewhere near 100 health.
Well, if we just look at, for example, someone like Scylla, who increases her damage based off when her skills get capped, experience is very, very important for her. Get her crushed to max rank 5, it's going to do a lot more.
So now, right lane, we're going to see Omega get some free farm. No problem whatsoever. I mean, this has been the game for him so far. They are just letting him farm up as much as possible. He's level 15, highest in the game, second highest goal overall, but that actually goes to Madman Mark. 14 from the duo lane at 403.
Yeah, I mean, Madman Mark is gonna be chunking very, very soon. He's got some really good banishes off as well, DM, that force things in 5 Angry Man's favor. So at the moment, it's looking pretty even. This is still anyone's game right now. No one's really taking it by the scruff of the neck because the chance to roll over the place. I mean, experience, yeah, it's in favor of cognitive gaming, but gold means that their item levels are pretty much similar.
So now, 5 to 7, Cog a little bit behind in the kill department, but the farm department's massively in their favor. Even without the Gold Fury, the goal is even. Even without the Gold Fury and they're behind in kills, they're massively ahead in experience. And this is what they need to continue doing. If this is the game that 5am wants to play, let them play it. Just keep farming.
I like what Pernicus is doing. He's actually trying to zone out Rushed from trying to get into the team fight if he's available. He's going to look for a steal on this red buff, though. Will he find it with the double tap? No, he will not. And he's going to find that one.
So more pressure coming out. You're going to see, it looks like Omega rotating in as well. Still not much going on around the map. You see pressure, but they're not really committing to it, right? Big push as Mace gets turned on. He's going to get burned down, and I'm a Monster will get wasted there. That's going to, I was just saying, no one was making the pressure happen. Now Rushed, going to be popping his sprint to get rid of that slow. Omega, I don't think is going to be deterred by this. He's going to just run. Nope, he will actually back off thanks to the rotation from Madman Mark. And I think that's something, Hindu, we need to see more. Is Freya needs to get her name in the game a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's been involved. She's 4-0-3, but she's doing the good thing. She rotated mid to make sure they don't get any objectives out of this, especially the middle tower. However, she may give up this left side one DM because of that, because now Stealth back online. Left side is going to drop down. No one can really defend this now.
No, I mean, they have no chance. Himla's here, Andenster's here, and then, of course, we see Boom. Barracuda just throwing things down. No problem whatsoever. Look at the damage he was able to do. I mean, he's not really that high of a level at this point in the game. I mean, he's level 14, sure, but he only has 2 items. Same thing for Ananster. And still, that thing got blown up.
Really did. So now we can see the option available for them to continue pushing down that left-hand side for Barracuda anyway. And it's also going to free up more time once again for Madman Mark to be able to farm in that lane. So keep an eye on Madman Mark because his build's coming online. He's got Heavenly Agility picked up, so that tells me, DM, that with Freya picking up the Heavenly Agility, you may see that Weakening Curse coming online from Pain Divion.
I love the Heavenly Agility pickup, by the way, because she doesn't need Sprint. She has Hasten Fatalis. So by getting that and giving her team that slow immunity, like you said, that's going to free up Kumbhakarna to get what he wants. And if he doesn't want to go Blink, if he doesn't feel like he needs it like he did in last game, he used Heavenly Agility to get himself in position, he could go for something like Weakening Curse.
Yes, and that's exactly what they're going to need to deal with a Megatron at the moment. So it's a bit of a stale situation right now. Is it 7-7? Gold Fury is down. Still too early in the game to really consider contesting a Fire Giant. So everyone's fighting for positions. MLC Stealth does take a little bit of damage from the double tap and the wall coming out, but for the time being, everyone's fine.
Gold Fury's going to spawn inside about 30 seconds or so. Right side, we're going to see Omega backing, which is going to give Rush some very needed free farm. He's level 15 right now. 2 levels behind Omega, but he's going to back as well. And Omega, look at Omega's build. He's going into, he got the Ankylate, right?
Never,
so that's going to be
never
CDR.
Take magic damage. That's
He's
what
got
going
Warrior Tabby, and now Emerald Talisman. He's just going to completely shut down 3 characters. I mean, that's a shot to Freya as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be the left lane, mid lane, and solo lane all taken out of this by Omega. So Omega is going to be such a big thing. And I said this at the start of the game that we're going to have to see them shut him down. How are they going to do that? Well, Weakening Curse is one of the things that deals with Vamana very well. However, it's not on any of the team members just yet. Luckily for them, though, they've not got to that stage. But Omega's starting to hit 20 very, very soon, DM.
That's true. I mean, he is far and away right now. He is 648 right now. No one else is even in the 600s.
It's ridiculous. He's just been able to free farm this lane consistently over and over again, and there's nothing that Rush can really do against him, honestly.
So, all right, we're 7-7 right now, right? Cog in the lead across the board. 1,600 in gold, not huge. 6,600 experience. That, however, is pretty big. And you can see that reflected in the board. I mean, MLC just procced to 17, whereas Mace is only 14.
Yeah, Mace only 14 is a big difference there as well. That's going to hurt. I mean, 3-level difference there. I mean, Jeff Hindler to Pain Divion, but Divion has caught up a little bit, but in doing so, in terms of his experience, he's forced his team a little bit further behind as well. And I'm interested to see if Megatron's going to finish off that Stone of Gaia. He is. He's gone back. He is full Magic Man. That's what we're going to call him now. As we see Madman Mark landing a nice Spanish onto Jeff Hindler. But Jeff's not going to mind too much. But he needs to watch it because Ray's starting to chunk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think starting. I mean, she already has 4 kills.
That's true. That's true. But I guess to Geb as well. I mean, the chunks are starting to become real as 3 members grouping in the mid lane from 5 Angry Men again. Gold Fury is back online, so keep an eye on the contention there as the wards have already been placed down there by Cognitive as our good friend Omega on that Vamana is once again farming the right-hand side.
I love this positioning here from 5 a.m. Going for both mid camps, making sure they have the space control, but looking at the ward coverage. They have known exactly where Pain has been the entire time, but still, they're not using those wards effectively. They're not trying to counter position him. They're not trying to go for the mid camp here, but it looks like Pain Divion didn't have that timer available to him, and he's put himself in a pretty precarious situation.
He has. He's going to have to watch it here, but he's got the backup of his team just behind him. But MLC Stealth rotating around with Omega, trying of all people. Good banish coming out from Madman Mark, and that just forces a disengage as DDG Pernicus turns up as well.
So we're going to get more pressure in. The Blink's going to hit too. I don't know what they're going to be able to do. Good knock up. Oh, that ult's going to be completely whiffed. We're going to see the Cataclysm, but Rush finally gets in there, and we're seeing the first real Kraken of the game.
First real Kraken is Valkyrie's used by Madman Mark. He's trying to do whip, but look at a Megatron. He doesn't care. He's just going to keep on going. I'm a monster over the top, not going to connect. And a really big banish once again from Madman Mark. Forces a disengage, but Cognitive can take a Gold Fury from this.
They definitely can. If Mace allows it, I mean, he's still there. He still has some health. Honestly, though, if he tries to go over there at this point, Omega gets a free kill. In fact, Omega might just have a free kill if he decides to lazy back. He will move out of the way, but that's 1,500 gold. More for Cog.
Big play for Cognitive Gaming there. Level 19 on Omegatron right now. Gonna recall to base shortly. Actually gonna deny Mace to the face going back one more time. Mace dropping very, very low in that middle lane. Needs to be careful because Omega could have considered diving. He looks like he wanted to there. He was tempted.
All right, so 8 to 8. Looking at the golds, 2,900. Looking at the experience. And remember, that's not only wave to wave, but give the fact that Baby is not a level 20. No one's level 20, which means that is a pure experience gain at this point. And that's very, very important. Left side, we're seeing more pressure come out here. You can see Barrett getting very low. No Valkyrie's discretion available. As Andy's trying to turn this one around.
Big.
Man, Mark's going to get a stun there. That's big. Really smart play by Andy.
That is big. But on the backside of that, we're going to see DJ Pernicus manage to pick up Barracuda while that all went on. And now he's cut out. But that was a great jump to his hammer to get away from ML Stealth's ultimate. And now Hindler's in trouble as Rushed is here. We can see DJ Pernicus going to the sky. Jeff uses his Cataclysm as the Kraken drops onto him as well. And the monster still connects. And there's the dunk from Pernicus. But Hindler stands tall. But for how long?
Not long enough. He will go down. MLC Stealth just didn't have the damage or the control. He's chasing down Pain de Vion, but I don't really like this. He's going to take crush damage, and here comes the reinforcement. Omega's going to rush over to the left side. Pain, I don't think, is going to be able to escape from this one.
No one's going to be able to escape from this one. It is Omegatron. The big baby is online. He actually... Oh! He cancelled it to use the one, and DJ Pernicus with the wall stuns him, forces him
and look
back.
At Pern right now going for a blue buff, the crazy guy.
That's crazy. That is very crazy. But gets away with it. But now, can Mace to the face steal this one away? We'll find out.
Omega stops hitting it to make sure it doesn't get low enough to be stolen by the crush. Love it. Very, very smart play. So Cog doesn't wind up coming out on top of that one. 5 AM taking the lead back in kills, but they're still down in experience and down in gold.
Are we seeing the chins come online from a Megatron now? It looks like it.
I would assume so. It could also be Executioner. Remember, his attacks and his ultimate are AoE, which means he can reduce the protections of anyone in that giant hit. Something that we used to see a lot in the very beginning of Smite, before Chin Size even made I think before Chin Size really became a popular item.
And if he does that as well, he's going to increase the amount of damage Barracuda is going to do to him as well, just shredding the armor down as well. So keep an eye on that one, especially with the likes of Osiris in the jungle as well. So it's very physical team versus very magical team, this one. At the moment, Cognitive are winning in terms of golden experience. Kills, though, 5 Angry Men are ahead, but that's not what the game's down to, DM. It's down to objectives and killing the Titan at the end of the day.
So the easy elo boys trying to make something happen here. You see another shot going to Mace, but he dodges it. Somehow Pernicus doesn't take that tornado. That was a bet I would have lost.
What, dodging a tornado?
Yeah, I thought he was going to take that one. He looks like he stayed in it for a little bit too long, but he did get out of it just in time.
Just in time, so Megatron now after pushing out his right-hand lane once again, looking for DJ Pernicus in middle here, who's only 5 levels behind. Stealth is going to cut him off from one side, and that was a big squall hitting him. Has to use the hammer to get away. Going to try and use his ultimate, but MLC uses his first, and that's going to be a dead thought.
So Pernicus is out, and he has been a major proponent of these fights. I mean, you take a look at the graphs here. He only has 7,000 damage done, but at the same time, his damage has been so effective. Mace in a lot of trouble. He's about to go down. Omega's just going to chase this one all the way to the base, make sure Mace has no free time. He cancels the ult.
Why still
he
going?
Gets it with the Armored Umbrella, all the while his teammates are taking down that mid lane tower. That was a big sweep for them. Really, Cog should just be taking anything at this point. Just make sure you keep pushing.
Just go Fire Giant right now. You've got your whole team up online. You're all ahead in terms of experience. Nobody can fight a Megatron right now. He could zone out the whole team solo. Keep them all busy, but they're going to go right inside and they're going to catch out Rushed. But great Mez coming out from Pain Divvy on the shield was a little bit early from Jeff Hindler there, so he didn't actually stop the Mez from cancel the Mez as the right time being hit by a Megatron. A Megatron going aggressive, going to zone out Rushed again.
I'm loving Omegatron's position all game. I mean, right now he's in trouble, and we talked about this. If there's one character that can fight him, it's Freya, but Freya's pulse is down. Freya's irradiate's down, but beautiful wall coming out from Pernicus will finally get Omegatron and shut him down. He's 2-1-5 now, but they still managed the tier 2 out of that, which is pretty big. And Cog's actually going to find a kill into Pain de Vion as you look at Barracuda setting up for that Gold Fury.
Yeah, Pain de Vion was trying to do his best to actually try and rotate around the back to pick up more kills for them. Ended up paying the price with his life. Tier 2 tower does drop down now. And now he's going to be a bit stale again as 500 men can't really decide. Oh my goodness, Lord of the Afterlife used from Andy there. Where's he going? He's actually jumping away because he didn't know DJ Pernicus was there. He's actually going to use the tether, but Kraken secures the day. Rush picks up a kill and is on a killing spree.
Rush is getting a little bit bigger now. He's level 20. He's starting to come online. 12,000 gold. Spear the Magus is done. He's going into Magic Focus again, which means we're likely going to see either Obsidian Shard or I would imagine a Void Stone just to try to shut down some kind of damage, give his team that aura, help out Madman Mark and Mace to the Face, who already have Obsidian Shards themselves. Yeah, I really want to see more auras coming out. We only have the one just now on the Sovereignty, but there's a lot of really good pickups. Now, you're going to see them rotate over towards the Gold Fury. I think this is uncontested.
Yeah, this is going to be a free one overall. One thing I want to say as well about Rush's build, I like the fact that he went for General Isolation for the supporty style of Poseidon play. At the same time, he's picked up the Spear of the Magus. Now that's going to shred magic resistance on the team that he hits with the Whirlpool. And when you've got such a magic-heavy team comp as well, DM, that's going to really cause some issues, especially if Freya starts hitting you with autos. MLC Stealth could get caught out here, trying to take this mid-campers. Madman Mark comes around the side, great banish, and what's MLC Stealth going to do? Well, he's going to try and run for his life like a wiggle noodle. And the shield was big from Hitler, not going to find anything with a Tempest. Madman Mark has to use the Valkyrie to secure the kill.
What is this? I'm a monster. What is he looking for? Maybe just movement speed. He'll get some damage onto Hinla, but that ultimate will, in fact, be wasted. Not really sure why they look to go, but they're going to have 5 people here, but Omega finally joins the fight. He's going to be crippled. He's forced to... Oh, shield. That was very large.
Omega zoning out 4 members as Pain Divion went in deep to try and keep Barracuda busy, but now Madman Mark's in trouble as Omega is stomping down his boots and the Cataclysm hits and Pernicus is going to drop 2. Kraken on the backside, but there's Anderson going in with the Lord of the Afterlife alongside Barracuda. Cognitive turning this one around. That is a Fire Giant.
That is definitely a Fire Giant. They found Aokwang, but Hindu at what cost?
At what cost? A famous saying of my good Bold Bear friend. That's what we get to call him now, DM. Bold Bear. Are you excited for that?
That's right. No more hair for Dry Bear.
No more hair for Bold Bear. So, look at this. They're doing the Fire Giant. Meanwhile, Megatron tried to zone, but fell asleep at the hands of Pain Divion.
This is going to be close.
Can he make a play?
Is gonna no,
he cannot.
Just a little bit too late. Omega's gonna turn his sights now. Groggy Strike's gonna mean nothing as we're gonna see that dash come back online in just a second here. We're gonna see Magi's Blessing get activated. I'm really wondering what we're gonna see here. Nice shot, but look at Jeff Hinla. Can we talk about Jeff Hinla?
Jeff Hinla's shields have been on form today, like on fire. I think he's misplayed 1 shield overall, where he shielded before the Mez. Oh my god, that's terrible, you know? But that's it. That's all he did wrong, was just shield before the Mez. Other than that, those shields have been on par every single time. Fantastic play from Jeff Hinla. And that's why people call him Geb Hinla, because his Geb is disgustingly good.
And I think the one big difference between mid-level Geb and top-level Geb is the usage of shield. It's not only to give someone health, it's to cleanse that CC off them and let them continue pushing forward. And when you put that thing on a character like Vamana, not only is it cleansing their CC and making them immune to slows, but it's also giving a character with an insane amount of health and sustainability even more health.
So with the Fire Giant on Cognitive Gaming, now they have a 2-kill lead. They're going to be hunting for kills. Andy could get caught out of position here, though. Got to watch himself. The war misses from DJ Pernicus, and Jeff Hinla, once again on the front line, going to try and focus off Pain Divion as MLC Stealth rotates round. MLC's leading the way, and now it looks like Pain Divion's in trouble again.
He's going to be forced to use pretty much everything to get out there. Nice Sikkim going to play there, but Omega's not letting this one go. Mace taking so much damage, and he's going to be picked off. Beautiful play coming out from Omega there. Knock up immediately canceled into that basic attack, and he's just going to pop right into his ultimate, not only to get some of his health back on the tower sustain, but extra damage to blow the tower up.
Yeah, Omega built Bulwark of Hope as well. Like, did he need any more magic protection, really? Did he really need that extra protection?
See, I actually like that item
it's a great
better
item.
than Stone of Gaia on Omega, or rather on Vamana, because you're giving yourself extra health to regen, and I love that.
He's just so strong right now, especially with those chins going to chunk down people. Chose not to go for the execution and went for the chins overall, so going to do a percentage of health every single auto attack he lands as well. Look at him just standing there. He's like, I'm just going to zone you guys out. You stay over there. My team will take this tower, and then we'll
Cute
push.
Little magical users.
You cute little buddies. I mean, I really like 5 Angry Men's team composition. I like the fact they're trying to mix it up with going with someone like Freya in the duo lane, just to show that it doesn't have to be a hunter in the duo lane. However, if you're going to play as much magical damage as they've done, likes of Vamana can really cause you issues.
Check it out. Hasten Vitalis about to be coming online as well. Taking a look at Omega, he's about 200 gold. So look to see about 700 more gold or so. I think it's 990 to finish it up. And he'll have not only CC immunity, but he'll be faster than most people. He'll be basically unkillable by anyone who does magic damage, and he won't slow himself down when he attacks.
He won't slow himself down. He's just the unkillable baby of babies. But now you're going to see Cognitive pushing the middle lane, looking for the Phoenix by the looks of it. Omegatron going to split push the right-hand side, quite happily because no one's going to be able to fight him. Who do you send to fight Omegatron if the rest of the team go left-hand side, DM? Who?
I mean, you can't.
Thor?
Exactly. I mean, DJ Pernicus, at this point in the game, doesn't do enough damage to even scratch Omega. And given the fact that Omega has chin size, even if he was big enough to really do that much damage, chin size would just blow right through him.
This is a really good call by Cognitive Gaming, honestly, to do a 4-on-1 split push, especially when Omega is the way he is right now, like unkillable. Just do this and just force all the members on the left-hand side and allow Megatron to get a free Phoenix. It's a great call.
This is the Joust strategy of send baby to keep backdooring towers.
Over and over again, and that's what he's going to do here. He's going to look to backdoor it. He's going to draw 2 members over, and that'll probably be a call on the left-hand side of the map for the rest of Cognitive to look for a fight if possible. So keep an eye on that one as Omega continues to keep DJ Pernicus busy on this side.
I'm surprised we didn't see Omega just ult and go right into it. Pop Colossal Fury and just burn down that Phoenix as fast as possible. I mean, remember, it gives you a ton of damage. But strangely, even with Fire Giant, they're not pushing in here.
He's very wary. I just feel like they don't want to give up anything. That's what they seem to do. They seem to be winning. They're in full control of the game. Gold Fury's up, so let's rotate back and take it.
Fire Giant
I guess this guy.
Fire Giant has fallen off. We're inside the 1-minute respawn. They're going to turn their sights to the Gold Fury and I guess reset up for the Fire Giant spawn.
Oh, Gold Fury being taken. Megatron once again zoning out the whole team. Misses the banish misses from Madman Mark and Megatron. Quite happy to fall asleep for a few seconds and then walk away as if nothing happened. As DJ Pernicus finally started to catch up a few levels here on this right-hand side with this farming he picked up on the right side. That's big for him. If he can hit 20 and get a few more items going, he can start being a considerable threat, especially considering he's the only physical.
So now, we got a few minutes here, right? We still, maybe not a few minutes, maybe about a few seconds before they start really forming up. Both teams are going to recognize now that Fire Giant is back. So you look at the inventory. 1 Sentry Ward right now for COG, but there's 3 on the board for 5 AM. Really, they need to use that space control right now. They have to get those things set up, but Pain Devion's on the wrong side of the map.
Have you seen where the war positions are on the map?
What is Pain Devion doing at the blue buff?
I'm not sure why he's at the blue buff right now. I mean, I can't tell you.
Oh, that's just free pressure. Blink in, Jeff's going to find just one, but it's the right one. Madman Mark's going to be forced up into the air. He cannot deal with that pressure, and Omega's going to laugh at the damage raining down from the skies. Pain finally rotates back in, but I think the damage really has been done at this point.
It really has. As you see DJ Pernicus jumping in, trying to help out, but Lord of the Afterlife from Andy comes out as Barracuda rains. Oh, attacks from behind. Rush with a good Kraken, though. Gets a little bit of damage off, but nobody drops, and now Pain Devion getting whacked on by Andy, and Andy turns his attention once again to Scylla. Mace to the face, going to get hit. Still alive! But
he
for how long?
dodges it, but he dodges by running into Annenster. It looks like Andy will be forced out, but that's a free Phoenix. There's nothing they can do to stop that one. They lost one of their teammates, and really the only physical damage they have on the team.
Only physical damage on the team is down, and Megatron still on the front line, able to tank up and keep the pressure off. Look at him there, just keeping them busy with the shield as well. That's the second Phoenix going down. Fire Giant still stands, DM, and 5 Angry Men have got to get this Fire Giant to stand a chance right now.
You know, whenever you go into a game or you're first learning MOBAs and someone tells you, don't pick that, we need more physical damage, or don't pick that, we need more magical damage. If it ever happens, show them this game, because this is the game that shows it. They killed DJ Pernicus. That's their only physical damage. And then Omegatron, with 3 major points of magical protection and a crap ton of sustainability, just walked at them and laughed.
Just walked at them and laughed indeed. So this is the call that 5 Angry Men needed to make. They're going to try and attempt to last-ditch Fire Giant. No, they're not. They're going to back immediately. And I think that is probably the end of this first game for 5 Angry Men, because Cognitive Gaming are not going to give up this Fire Giant. Look at Megatron. He's out of mana, though, but he just doesn't care. He's just like, I'll just run around.
Look at all these cute little magical
users.
He's up in the air. Oh, my God, the damage. He's able to live through this all. Check it.
He's going to go down.
This is incredible. I can't believe he's even alive this long.
What?
Look at his team is getting the Fire Giant the whole time. They managed to kill somebody, sure, but they lost somebody in the process at almost an even timer. It's about a 15, 16-second difference, 20-second difference. But they're going to lose the fire. They reset the fire giant.
They reset it. They reset it. MLC Stealth went to help, so did Barracuda, and Andy went back to base because he was low. However, they did take out Pain Divion, so they've not got a support online right now. And it's
But
likely
Barra
they can still do this.
Barra has
Barra
maybe
Zoom.
one, maybe two spells right now with that amount
Doesn't
of
have
mana.
Boar either. Does not have Boar. Used it on Pain Divion to secure the kill. Andy on the backside, Lord of the Afterlife connects onto Mason to face. He has to use the arm and the monster to get away. Kraken, though, used and Rush goes down immediately. Barracuda doesn't need mana. He's got auto attacks. MSC Stealth finds Madman, and now Andy continuing to whack on to DJ Pernicus. Finds the kill again. That's the Fire Giant. That's the game. Almost certainly now.
So now we're going over to the fire giant. Barracuda's there, tanking it up, doing a lot of damage. Andy's in there, doing a lot of damage. Jeff's there, doing a very small amount of damage, but can provide shields. He can provide the Hand of the Gods secure, which he has. And with 2 Phoenixes down, there's absolutely no threat of pressure whatsoever coming out from 5 a.m. Cog is in prime position right now, but I really want to see Andy go back to the base, maybe heal up and run it back. He's getting kind of greedy here.
Well, it looks like he is getting greedy. I mean, there was only one Phoenix standing for a few seconds. He's going to get a bit of regen from the Fire Giant, but how much we'll yet to see. He's got the shields from Geb as well. I was going to say Jeb Hindler. Jeb Hindler.
Jeb Hindler.
Jeb Hindler. But yep.
The right side is going to be tanked up by Hindler. You're going to see Pain Divion.
Divion.
That match is already gone. He's erased. We're going to see respawns in just a few seconds here. Looks like Rushed is up. Madman Mark's coming up in 2. DJ Pernicus got a few seconds. I don't know if it's going to be enough time.
Nope, not going to be enough at all. Mega goes to big baby form, starts the beat down. The beat down finishes. Cognitive Gaming win game 1. 5 Angry Men back to the drawing board for game 2. I don't think that one worked out as planned.
So, first thing I want to talk about is we're going to give a shout out to Adonis. Adonis has been saying forever that Ananster was going to be the point of focus in almost every single match. And despite the fact that Omegatron was able to do pretty much everything under the sun, Andy really made those team fights happen with that Judgment Tether. I mean, 23-5 puts him slightly below MLC Stealth, but MLC Stealth has to do that damage from far away. He doesn't have to put himself in as much danger, and still was 2 deaths higher than Andy, who ended up with more kills, more assists, less deaths, and only 200 less damage. Incredible.
Andy, for me, is probably the one underrated member of Cognitive Gaming.
I don't think he's underrated.
Not underrated in the terms of the fact that he's very skillful. It's the fact that he always seems to get overlooked in terms of when the results come out. So he's Barracuda or Omega or MLC or Jeff Hindler. But Andy's always there and always makes an impact time and time again. And it's good that we can give us some recognition. So, guys, we're going to be right back with game 2, guys. Short break coming on. Just so you know, the other side of the bracket, Team Dignitas versus Snipe. Team Dignitas won that game, so they finished 3rd this week and Snipe 4th. And with Cognitive Gaming winning game 1, can 5 Angry Men pull back 2 games in a row?
We're going to find out. Stick around. Hey everybody, and welcome back as we're getting ready to go into game 2 and potentially the last game if Cognitive takes it over 5 Angry Men.
I forgot to spectate. I was so sidetracked with that last game, DM. I'm just like, wow, that was...
I don't think we're in yet.
Took a long one. I'm glad, because it gives me a chance to get myself into the game. That's the benefit of saying that. I was like, woo! I was lucky. But yeah, I mean, that last game overall, I think 5 Angry Men's decision to play Freya was an interesting one overall. I think it was a good decision to try and mix things up. However, playing a magical in solo, mid, and in the duo lane set them back a bit.
You know, the four magic just wasn't a good idea. Not with Ankle as strong as it is. Plain and simple. You threw way too much at Omega, and even when they finally killed him, it took 4 people, 3 ults, and pretty much a lost Fire Giant to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it really did as well. So it was a big issue. I mean, Ankile and Sile, whichever way you want to call it, tomato, basically. But yeah, the item seems so strong once it gets the stacks in it as well. The magical resistance is strong. It gives you power as well. And then the fact that you have Vamana as well on top of that. Big problems. If you want to look at running something like that, maybe ban out Vamana.
So it looks like Janice is going to be taken out there. Option over to 5 a.m. They're going to take away Loki once again, and Cognitive is once again going to take out John Quay. A lot of shots to Mace here. Trying to shut down Mace to the face.
Don't want to deal with that Jean Quay at all. And Giannis I can understand because it made a big impact in the game they played against Dignitas as well. So that makes a lot of sense. I feel like it hinged, the result of that did hinge on how Giannis did with those snipes at the end of that game that caused the game to, be lost for Dignitas there. Just that one team fight, there was the big difference for them. So not surprising. And then it's back to 5 Angry Men for what they're going to ban away. And it's going to be Nemesis.
Wow, they're going to take Nemesis away, something I didn't expect here. If anything, I thought they were going to look to pick that up, try to put that onto TJ Pernicus as fast as possible, but that leaves a lot of open picks. We've seen they're not really afraid of Kumbhakarna, so that might make it through once again, but option is to Cog.
There's Scylla, Kumbhakarna, Osiris, Aphrodite is also on the table as well, and Afro's been banned out a lot.
Don't get picked, don't get baited. Afro loses.
Will she get picked up?
Been waiting a long time here.
I agree. I think we're cognitive.
Hey!
There's an Osiris being hovered on right now. I'm locked in for cognitive gaming. Yeah, I expect Osiris to be picked a lot. I think he's probably the strongest god in the game right now. I'm still going to keep saying it.
There's Aphrodite getting hovered on, a character that is banned out a ton. We never get to see her.
It is banned out a ton. However, like you've seen this on stream quite a few times. You've said it yourself. His Chunga is very good against her. However, as well, Osiris with the Lord of the Afterlife reduces healing by 100%. So if he can land that ultimate onto her, it will cut down her sustain ability in that lane as well. This is really odd. If Afro and Artemis get locked in, Artemis being picked over Scylla and Kumbhakarna here. Really surprised by that. Really.
That's the balance.
Yeah, that's a good thing overall for the game. If that's going to be the situation that we're in, where different gods are banned every single game and things get overlooked. Wow, if they go for Gem, Chunga and Chunga, yeah, happy boy.
I'm excited to see this. I hope we see the Divine Ruin Rush. It's incredible what Chang'e can do to Aphrodite with just a little bit of aggression. And, you know, Omega is a player that loves to be aggressive. He always loves to be in front of his creeps, attacking, and I'm excited to see what he can do with her.
Yeah, well, we'll see how he does. I mean, overall, we saw him last game, and he just snowballed that lane so hard against Rushed. I mean, he did have a natural matchup that was strong for him with the NC online as well, but we'll see how he plays on Chang'e. I mean, natural advantages over Aphrodite. We'll see how it plays out, especially with the Waxing Moon as well. Waxing Moon Cataclysm. I like the sound of that.
Oof, that sounds like a nightmare. Use one, wait a few seconds, use the other later to disrupt again. But Athena has been hovered on and locked in, which is a pick that I love here. I think this is really smart, especially with the rotations she can give to other lanes. You know, I think most importantly, Aphrodite, especially during team fights, that could be really big. Ban phase is happening once again. We are in the counter ban phase. I think they should be looking once again to hit MLC.
Well, it seems, I don't know, maybe they should hit MLC again. Take away Agni, take away Scylla. I mean, Scylla's still on the table, not been picked up by either team now.
Yeah, that's really strange.
That's really, I mean, this is so odd.
Well, they can pick that here. That would probably be cognitive span.
That's true, that's true.
So, still waiting on the bans to come through here. It looks like a few more seconds are going to go through. We're back in God Selection. Did they miss a ban?
No ban for 5 a.m.
Okay, so they missed the ban. Apparently the admins are trying to ask and get that told. Not sure what happened there. Vamana. We are going to get a ban of Vamana. Imagine he's on the screen right now. We are in picking phase 2. 5 Angry Men does have option right now.
Why would you ban Vamana when they picked up Chang'e?
No idea. Actually, that was probably a really bad ban.
I'm not sure why they banned Vamana.
Maybe they didn't want to ban anything and force themselves into good counter picks, but Scylla has been thrown out for Agni. Scylla has been thrown out, it looks like, for the Dragon. And I am quitting casting, so Hindu Man.
Have a good day. I mean, Scylla gets through picks and bans. Kumbhakarna gets through picks and bans.
He has not been picked, and he will not be picked. Oh, wait. That could be Athena jungle. That could be Athena jungle.
You reckon?
Like, it could be Athena jungle.
I mean, Kumbhakarna and Scylla getting free.
And then they would be 4 magical again.
No. Well, that's why they banned Vamana if they're going to do that.
So, final pick over to 5 Angry Men. Only a few seconds left. This has to be physical.
Sure.
Yeah, chalk covered. Chalk. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That he still could be Athena jungle though, like you said.
It could. I mean,
still could be.
No. Aphrodite is not going to support. I have to imagine that Aphrodite is going solo, chalk jungle, Athena support. That makes the most sense. It's going to give them the best chance. But honestly, if they put Aphrodite against Chang'e, especially Omega versus Rush, and I know Rush does not know that matchup, not well.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. But 5 Angry Men gone for an interesting team composition here. Guys, we're going into game 2 here. Kumbhakarna and Scylla did not make it from picks and bans, did not get picked up or banned from either team.
I don't understand.
And this is a final. This is a final. So don't ban them in your normal games, guys. DM Brandon will be happy with you then as well. You know, pick up Chungo instead, because Scylla and Kumbhakana are weak now, it seems. We'll see you back here shortly for Game 2 of COG versus 5 Angry Men.
Hello and welcome to what could be the final game of the day, as Cognitive's looking to close the series out 2-0, but before they do that, 5AM's looking to answer back.
5AM going to have to come out strong in this one, and in doing so, they've gone for a lineup that sees them leaving Scylla and Kumbhakana on the table. Likewise, though, Cognitive Gaming done the same. We could see a fight in the middle again.
Oh, what's happening here? Jeff Hindla could be in some trouble. It's going to be up to Madman Mark on the slow, but oh my God, that tornado was
Tornado
gorgeous.
was big. Very
Oh
good
my
tornado.
Lord.
Just positioned in the right spot to disengage the whole team, not allowed to walk from it. Pernicus took a little bit of poke overall. Both put a ward at exactly the same spot as well, DM, in that jungle. Like right next to each other.
That's how you know they love each other.
A ward and a tier monster eye and a cactus side
I meant
by
the
side.
players.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So of course I'm excited
Fine.
that Omega has opted in to Chung. Vampiric Shroud going to be started. I kind of wanted to see the Tiny Trinket immediately be Enchanted Trinket and still rush that Divine Ruin, especially considering that they have two major healers on the team. But even so, Rushed could be in some trouble here. This is a counter matchup in favor of Chang'e. It's going to be up to Omega to really know the nuances of the matchup. Otherwise, Aphrodite, who is famed to be one of the strongest solo laners in the game, is just going to run all over him.
That's right, and on top of that as well, the other thing is Chang'e can have a good matchup against Chok as well, especially against the Rain Dance, because that will reduce his healing as well. So keep an eye on that one and see if Omega can get himself going this game. So at the start of this, nothing unusual to be seen. Mid camp shared as expected. Blue buff already been started on that right-hand side by Rushed and DJ Pernicus.
I see the level 2 activated onto Chang'e. She does not have Hand of the God, so this is going to take a little bit longer, and you're seeing the Chalk Aphrodite rotation immediately. DJ Pernicus, I think, was the person that really started the Aphrodite rush into solo. A lot of people attribute to Kiki, but when it comes down to it, DJ Pernicus is the person that made it work by, instead of doing 3-2, started doing 3-1, getting the kiss at level 2, pushing for that early sustainability, and you can see it working out as they sub 5 creeps into the tower.
Well, both sides of the map, left-hand side being pushed in by Cognitive, right-hand side being pushed in by 5 Angry Men. Mid lane, though, completely even right now. So, at the moment, options available to both sides. Oh, DJ Pernicus getting kind of low on that side as Andy still goes aggressive, but he eats a big chunk from the axe coming down from the Thunderstrike.
Pern is very low right now, and no healing reduction coming out, so you're going to see a lot of healing come through. Omega using the Moonflower Dance right there just to try to clear the wave. They did lose some to the tower. Overall, both teams could be a little bit more aggressive and actually a little bit more defensive. Pernicus is slowed right here, but once again will be healed.
Mid lane, oh, Pernicus is getting lower and lower. Gonna go back in, though. This could be a possible bad option as Andy still is going to secure the kill. He stayed in too long.
He
just
stayed
went back
in way
again.
too long. I think he really underestimated how 50% healing reduction would work out. I mean, Omega jumped into the backline, hit him with the Moonflower Dance, and then just started laying waste. And then Andy, with an absolutely gorgeous textbook Spirit Flail, able to bring that one home.
Yeah, Flail does secure that. Mid lane, though, overall as well, we're seeing Mace to the face being very aggressive against Stealth. Stealth actually had to pop all his potions there to keep himself sustained in the lane because he dropped very, very low. And now on the left-hand side, we've seen a bit of a pushback out from 5 Angry Men after being pushed to the tower for a considerable amount of time there from Barracuda and Jeff Hindler.
So it looks like the bunny has been sent back to the base. He's currently buying the item and running it back. We don't know what it is until it gets there, but I assume it's going to be Enchanted Trinket.
We should be able to click on the bunny to see what it's carrying. See its stats.
By the time this thing gets back, Omega would only need about 350 gold, maybe even a little bit less at this point. Yeah, he actually needs about 200 gold after this wave is finished to get the Divine Ruin finished. So he's going to be able to send that bunny right back out.
So Andy's just picked up his speed buff in the jungle. Meanwhile, DJ Pernicus only just hitting level 5 on that Chalk in the jungle now after that experience camp picked up from him. So Andy with a little bit of a lead in terms of experience right now. So keep an eye on that as the mid camps are due up very, very soon.
Pern has rotated into mid, trying to just gain a little bit more control. MLC still will gain experience for that creep lost in mid, but he will not lose that gold. Yeah, left side could be in some trouble. Will we see a major rotation? Andy's looking for something here. He has a lot of damage. Barrel level 4 as well, but it looks like left side camp is going to go the way of Mace to the face, but he's going to be in trouble here.
He is. He's going to get caught out of position, trying to hold off, waiting for the team to come in from behind. But now
Lord of the
the storm
Afterlife.
was big. Lord of the Afterlife does not connect the shield, though. Going to keep him in range, and finally the sickle lands. Is he going to be able to defend for the most part? The storm was big, and there's Chuck coming round. But on the backside, MLC comes out.
Oh, Big Brother Dragon going to lay waste to the mid lane as 2 get hit, and another kill goes down 3-0 for Cog.
And the right-hand side camp's going to go over to them as well, just to extend that lead even further. Experience just jumping up to 900 now. Gold over 1,000, as you can see in the right-hand lane. A Megatron forcing Rushed back to tower.
Absolutely beautiful play coming out from COG, controlling the early game, and it's only going to get worse. I mean, take a look at Omega. The Bunny's already running back with Divine Ruin, which means Rush's going to be in some trouble, and given the fact that they're 4 minutes deep right now, that means the buffs are about to come up. So he's actually going to go back, summon the Bunny back. Divine Ruin is finished. He has a level in boots, and the buffs are about to spawn, which means he's going to get blue buff. That's pure sustain, that's healing reduction, and Rushed is in trouble.
Yeah, DJ Pernicus died twice already in this game, so keep an eye on him because he's going to be far behind anyway, DM. Chalk isn't one of these that likes to gank during the early stages. He's not got great gank potential in all honesty. Not like the likes of Andy with the slows and stuff, so we expect to see him just looking to farm consistently and hope for the mid game where he can make a presence known in the team fights.
So much strength coming out. I absolutely love the way that COG has played this game so far. And, you know, again, we're going to point at Andenster. Top gold right now. 2-0-1 has found 2 absolutely brilliant kills with Spirit Flail. And for real, I mean, it's only going to get worse. Osiris scales very hard with items. And over in the solo lane, Aphrodite's going to get shut down. Mid lane, Agni probably has the best bet out of anyone in this game so far, aside from maybe Artemis. But Madman Mark has not shown up to this fight. And we all know about Barracuda's Apollo.
Andy from the backside might find out Mace to the face in trouble. Actually going to go into DJ at the moment. And the disengage is on as the tornado comes out once again. Meanwhile, Chunga taking away a blue buff. Omega's fine doing that solo right about now. Got the sustain to do so.
Absolutely. He's taken, well, it looks like about 150 damage total, maybe even a little bit less. And as he goes back to lane, he'll have no problem getting this push. Aphrodite going for a rotation here, but I don't know what she's going to be looking for. I don't think the people in mid are going to stick around long enough to really make her rotation worth the gold.
Well, there's going to be a ward spotting that one out on the rotation as well. Look at the left and right hand sides of that middle lane. DM warded out by Cognitive Gaming, just giving vision of anyone trying to creep up. And you can see that Jeff's left Barracuda alone just to farm in this lane. Just left him to soak up the experience and try and get himself ahead in terms of levels.
The left side Barracuda gonna get taunted out here. Nice mesmerize, and he'll send back under the tower. No fear whatsoever. Wave to wave. He should be able to hit level 8 as the left camp is about to respawn. You see a major rotation coming out from COG. And
it is
Spirit Flail.
Madman Mark, though, from behind with the help of Athena. Pain Devion's going to be there as well. Big shield from Jeff coming out again as Madman Mark tries to focus on him. Lord of the Afterlife over the top. Jeff Himmler's in trouble. But there's Barracuda dunking down, trying to secure kills 1 for 1 so far as Madman Mark starts draining down the fire over the top.
Oh, here comes Omega. Waxing Moon is online. Back off going to be wasted as she rotates back over towards the left side. Mace is going to see this. Mace is in not a very good position. Andy might get a shot here. He did waste the Spirit Flail. We're going to have an opportunity for Omega to get even deeper here as Pain Devion's in a lot of trouble. DJ Pernicus rotates back in, and with the help of Aphrodite, should be able to sustain through this as Omega rotates in and recognizes the fact that he can shut the healing down. No threat whatsoever, 1 for 1 overall, but COG really is just not pressured enough to be pushed out. They're still getting farm.
Yeah, 1 for 1 overall, like you said. I mean, it wasn't the biggest fight. Nothing really came of it overall. No one could really kill each other. The Waxing Moon from Megatron, he was trying to wait as long as possible, DM, to make sure he could secure Mace to the face, but couldn't pick it up in the end. Mace to the face getting out, making it just a straight 1 for 1 AD carry for AD carry overall. As we sit at 4 to 1, golden experience, both in favor of COG.
So now you see Omega just trying to keep this lane safe, keep Aphrodite out. We're going to see maybe Agni rotate. No, he's going to stick around. 3 men right now hovering around mid for COG, as you're going to see Andy rotate. I don't know if he's looking for counter jungle, but the red buff has just been taken. He's actually just going to go in and throw a Spirit Flail for some damage. You know, a lot of people are using the Spirit Flail, Hindu, as similarly to how we saw Sun Wukong use the Magic Cudgel. You just throw it out, max range, get some damage, poke every chance you get.
Exactly, and now he's going to engage on the left-hand side as Jeff comes around the back. The shield is on him, and there's the tether connected onto Madman Mark, who uses the board to dodge the Cataclysm, but now Andy's in trouble, but Afterlife is in. Stealth from the backside, Barracuda's there too. Can Andy live this, really? Mace to the face, closing in, Pernicus who dodges that. Is he still going? He's still alive.
No, wait, he's actually still alive. The silence misses. Jeff with the shield. The bomb's not going to finish it. Oh, but he's going to dodge the axe one more time. He dodges the torrent. He slows him down. Spirit Flail, Judgment Tether. He's out of there, and they get the kill.
Cognitive Gaming push on, pick up 3 kills for 0.
Andy.
What?
Andy. Everybody, hashtag raise your answers, raise your Jeff Hinless for the shield, but that bait was outrageous.
He missed, he dodged the Rain of Fire, he dodged the Thunderstrike twice, and then when he did get hit, Jeff's like, oh, you're going to get hit this time, buddy? No problem, here, have a shield, buddy, it's okay, I got you.
Oh, I'm blown
crazy.
away. This guy is unbelievable, and for the longest time, a lot of the people at hi-rez who get the chance to watch like every single game have been, spouting the gospel of Andy, saying best player in the world. Best player, like he's incredible. And right there, I mean, that's going to show you guys. Look at what this guy is capable of. It's insanity.
Absolutely ridiculous. Well, mid-camp's being contested now, and Andy's on the front line once again. Madman Mark, gotta watch his positioning here. Shields on, Tevez actually connected on Pain to Beyond. There's a Cataclysm used, and he's still trying to chunk him down. You're gonna see the Olympus used from Pain to Beyond, trying to escape. Gotta make it out. But that at the cost of an ult.
Lord of the Afterlife is available. He can go deep here, but he shouldn't. Mace is throwing bombs over the wall. There's a rotation from Chuck as well. Oh, but look at Pain's health. He's completely out. Pain cannot afford to go back in. Madman is just looking for a chance to get in there and just get some damage done. Judgment Tether going to be used. Lord of the Afterlife to stop the board. Madman Mark super low in mana is going to be forced away here as Andy is able to keep them alive once again.
Omega
finally rotates in. There's no healing opportunity for Rush here. He's healing in pennies, and he goes down.
In pennies indeed, so he's going to drop to a Megatron who rotates in, got to zone out the rest of the team. Left tower can get pressured here as the whole team of Cognitive, I was going to say of a Megatron, rotate onto this left side, but Golf Fury's available DM is an opportunity because they're all very low, and with the sustain of a Megatron, they could really do something.
Oh, they tried to steal it away there. Mace went back in, threw a bomb, threw a flame wave, but didn't confirm. Athena is back here. You're going to see Pain to Beyond is level 8 right now and is actually bottom level and bottom gold at 4,600. Mr. Hinla already close to 5,200, which is going to be a big push, especially considering the fact that he has that Iron Mail online. The Hand of the Wrath of the Gods is finished, on top of the fact that he still has 500 gold in hand.
Omega still on this left-hand side looking to cause issues. Waxing Moon misses! And he just stands still in disgust. He's just like,
yeah,
I don't know how I missed.
His team's probably laughing at him. We always talk about how that's the move that you can't miss, and as soon as you say that, you wind up missing it like 3 times. Yeah,
I mean, it's not like it's a big range or anything, and it's not as if it's, it's only a short little window for Waxing Moon to hit. But mid lane, bit of aggression again. Tornado's going to hit onto Rushed in the mid lane, but with obviously being Aphrodite, going to use the doves to sustain up quite easily. And they're on by 8-1. DM and Cognitive Gaming are looking in control.
Rush is doing a good job keeping up in level. You see level 12 to level 12 on Omega, but there is a 500 gold difference on top of the fact that MLC Stealth is also level 13 compared to Mace, who is level 10. We're seeing Anister right now a level ahead. DJ Pernicus, Jeff Hindless 2 levels ahead as well. Not to mention 3,100 gold straight out the gate in favor of Cog as they're 8-1 with pure map control.
In only 1 death on the side of Cognitive, that's a big thing as well. Only MLC Stealth has gone down. Finally gone back and picked up the Warlock Sash now in that middle lane. But even though he has died the 1 time, MLC Stealth, he's still been involved in 6 of the 8 kills. And once again, Andy, left-hand side, Barracuda's coming in, DM. And now Pain to Beyond's in trouble once again as the dunk down lands.
They're going for it. I mean, look how deep Andy's going. Finds another kill onto the support. Pain has been erased once again, and that's going to be a free trip. Even with the Agni Bombs, I think the Geb Shield is enough to deter Mace. We're going to see a rotation in, but honestly, DJ Pernicus doesn't have a chance at this.
No, he's not, and a Megatron's even rotating around here. You can still see Rushed is still his. Andy's going aggressive. Lord of the Afterlife. He's still going to continue looking for the kill. Got to find it, and the next on the list is DJ Pernicus, who gets hit by a Waxing Moon. And you can see the ball has been popped by Madman Mark, trying to zone them out. Omega taking a bit of damage, but it's Chunga. I'll just heal it back up. Meanwhile, Rushed continuing to push right-hand side, but Gold Fury went to Cog.
Yeah, he'll eventually get that tier 1, but honestly, all that's going to do is make Omega rotate more. Now he doesn't have to worry about his creeps dying as fast. And for 1,500 gold versus the 500 Rush will eventually get, I can't call worth on that.
So 10-1 here, mid lane being focused down now by Cognitive Game. Can they pick it up? Probably not. Probably not got the damage for it. Paying Divvy on though, got to be careful because he's still only level 9 and he's now level 13 in the jungle. 2 levels ahead of DJ Pernicus on that track. Left hand side though, they're trying to focus the tower.
Oh, Madman. You got a little bit aggressive here. Can they kill it before Athena lands? No. Barracuda did not land the shots available. He's going to take a Geb shield and be forced out. Jock has rotated in as well. He's looking for the silence, but Barracuda's already out of mana. That's not going to help him as much as he would have hoped.
Cock
They're
rotations.
turning their sights to Hinla. They're both going to wind up dead.
Yeah, they really are. There's the Tempest, and there goes DJ Pernicus. Now paying Divvy on once again, trying to juke for his life. Not going to juke away from Andy, though.
That shield.
And he's going to pick up that kill, that shield again.
Geb, I mean, not even Geb, just Jeff Hinla. With those shields, he's lightning fast. It's not stopping the stun, but he stopped the damage. And now over on the other side, Omega still hasn't gone back after those pushes in the left lane. He's still utilizing that blue buff in hand right now. Guy has over 1,000 gold, ready to push even farther. And it looks like that golden sash is going to be turned. I mean, he could turn it into Warlocks in a few seconds, or actually, he still needs about 100 gold. Or that could wind up being Gem of Isolation and make him just an absolute nightmare to fight.
So 5k gold lead and just under 8,000 experience in favor of Cognitive Gaming now. All towers still standing for 5 Angry Men, but you can see they are worse for wear right now with the Gold Fury being down and the fight's not going in their way. DM, what do you do right now as 5 Angry Men? What do you do to get yourself back in?
Honestly, it's hard. You can't split push because Apollo does it better. You can't fight Chang'e because she can fight any 2 people in that team. Not to mention has one of the strongest ults in the game. She'll wind up getting you both to half before you even have a chance. You can't fight Andy, who's stealing and counter jungling you for free because look at the damage he does.
He just 1v1'd Chuck as if it was nothing. And then he's going to turn his sights onto Mace of the Face. He's going to be careful again. Caught position, waxing moon. The Lord of the Afterlife, the Ages. How long will that allow you to live? Not long enough because the Spirit Flail will pick up the kill.
That was nuts.
It's ridiculous.
Did you watch everything Andy did there? I mean, it was just flawless. And now left side, we're seeing more pressure. Madman Mark finally getting that Artemis to do some work, but Jeff Hinla blocking everything that he can. Pain Beyond trying to get something done. Beautiful, mesmerize. He turns his sight to Athena, strangely enough, but Jeff is too low here. Turns his sight once again. The taunt's going to be coming up in just a second. Taunt into the trap could be really big, but oh look, there's
who's here. And straight over the top, MLC looking for the Tempest, not going to find it because the members are dead. They're going to get left-hand tower, though. Cognitive Gaming just looking for a quick clean-up session here right now. They're on fire. And they're, wow, there's a very quick.
That Titan, as it kind of whittles down and explodes. Goodbye.
And explodes. 2-0, boys and girls. Cognitive win and clean up. Coming first this week in week 8 of the North American SWC qualifiers. And those points are really going to help them out, DM.
So, first thing I want to talk about, right, is
if it's meditation.
In the beginning of the tournament, we talked about how Cognitive hasn't scrimmed in months. They don't scrim. They have no chance to scrim ever. No one will scrim them. So Cognitive made the very smart call to pick up another team. Now they have a sister team. They both want to do well. You know, they're both sponsored by the same people. They're both trying to, earn those esports dollars. So they're scrimming together. So for the first time in months, Cognitive got actual practice in the game that wasn't a tournament. They tell you, tournaments are our practice. Once we qualify for our regionals, they are practice. But now they had actual practice, and for the first time in a long time, we saw them come through and just annihilate the competition.
So with this week going on, what that's going to mean is that Team Dignitas is still first with 620 points. Cognitive Gaming, though, now climbed to 500 points, DM, and the closest rivals to them, Snipe, who are sat in 3rd position, are on 325 points. So that means, DM, that I'm pretty sure Cognitive and Team Dignitas have pretty much now secured their top 2 positions with this ranking. However, third and fourth is still up for contention because Snipe's on 325, Cognitive Red, is on 215, and 5 Angry Men on 172. So
they're
next
close.
Week,
they're real close. Cognitive Red's going to have to put the work in this week. They really need to step their game up because if 5 Angry Men can do that 2 more times, they're going to wind up stealing that spot away.
Yeah, they really will. So keep an eye on next 2 weeks. There's only 2 weeks remaining. Week 9, week 10 now.
Yeah.
2 weeks. And if you throw one of those weeks, DM, you could lose your spot.
Next week, if Cognitive Red loses early, you know that week 10 is going to be outrageous.
Yeah, it is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I can't wait for week 10 overall, both North America and EU. Guys, this was the end of North America, though, for today. There's still 2 weeks left for this. Tomorrow, however, EU begins. What time is it in crazy time? It starts?
You have the same time as me.
No, we don't.
You're from Montreal. It's the same time.
You know what? You hit me twice today. You've done well. You've done
Tomorrow
a good job
starts
today.
at 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. What time is it over there?
2 p.m. CEST or 1 p.m. British Summer Time. That's when it'll be beginning over on European side. That'll be Europe, and we'll be seeing if the teams can fight it out as well as they did over here. And I wonder if we'll see Kumba Connor and Silla not banned over there as well, DM.
I don't think so.
I hope not. I don't think my face can pull vulgar faces of disgust as much.
Thank you guys, though, for joining us. I'm DM Brandon, and for Hindu Man, we hope you enjoyed Week 8. Bart should be back next week, but for now, stick around for our highlight reel. You won't want to miss it.